Two, we have managed funds totaling up to $23.6 billion. We invested in approximately 700 private equity funds worldwide, with 119 global investment teams, and established 12 offices across 3 continents. As a subsidiary of Pantheon Ventures, Pantheon Business School aims to expand our influence and brand presence in the Asia-Pacific market, specializing in online live business education. Founded in 2020, we focus on the online live training in the Asia-Pacific region. This event marks our 5th edition, with the first stop in Malaysia. We extend our special thanks to renowned investors including Moomoo, TradingView, Yahoo, Bloomberg, M+ Online, Rakuten, Petronas, Apex Anchor, for their joint sponsorship and support. Malaysia, as an emerging and diversified economic nation, has seen unprecedented opportunities in its financial market against the backdrop of global supply chain restructuring. Through financial asset allocation, Pantheon Ventures is committed to raising the visibility and awareness of Malaysia and achieving success in the Asian financial markets. Our courses focus on practical operations, inviting top analysts from the world's leading institutions for online investment education. This time, we are honored to have Ms. Jia Gong, an investment co-manager with over 20 years of industry experience, as our special guest. Ms. Jia Gong holds a master's degree in finance from London Business School and a master's degree in economics from the University of Miami. She has worked in emerging market investments at Morgan Stanley, JP Morgan, and the International Finance Corporation. She excels at identifying trend opportunities and, with her extensive professional knowledge and investment experience, guides students to seize stable and sustainable compound investment opportunities. Why choose to participate in our Pantheon Ventures 5th Malaysia Investment Practical course? We are dedicated to providing an investment exchange platform to promote cooperation, share investment opportunities, and realize Pantheon Ventures' overall deployment in emerging markets and the Asia-Pacific region. In our course, you will enhance your market fundamental analysis skills, stock trend judgment abilities, grasp investment directions, seize investment opportunities, build personalized investment strategies, and scientifically allocate assets. At the same time, we will help you strengthen risk control capabilities and seize profitable opportunities. Pantheon Business School will continue to explore potential investment fields in Malaysia, helping students achieve wealth growth and preservation. All the outstanding investors, business people, scholars, and enthusiasts, we sincerely welcome you to join our journey. The 5th edition, Malaysia Stop of the Asia-Pacific region officially starts now.
Hello, good evening, everyone. Okay, first thing, can you all see my screen and hear my voice? If everything is clear, can you just respond with a yes or an okay in the screen? I also like to see how many of you could join us tonight. All right, some of the responses coming in. Okay, hello. Yes, I see you. I see your cat. And who else is joining us today? Our Pantheon ambassador also joining us today, right? Okay, so since everyone can hear me, welcome everyone to our Pantheon Financial Life course. I am your host, Diego. So the greatest glory in leading lies not in never falling, but rising every time we fall. Alright, so let's keep this inspirational thought from Nelson Mandela in mind as we navigate through tonight's session. So tonight we focus on enhancing your understanding of some high-level financial concepts across the 4 major areas. So our aim is for everyone to gain a bit deeper insight to each of the topics discussed and to take away the valuable knowledge by the end of this session. So here are the themes for tonight. Did you see that? For the first one, let me say that non-farm payrolls. What is going on? Yes, the non-farm payrolls, it is revised down. So the Wall Street anticipates that a rate cut in the next month. Can anyone tell me that what does it mean, rate cut? What is the impact on that? Means that for Malaysia ringgit, what is the impact on that if that it does the rate cut? You are correct. It will be like a... Okay, give me a moment. Until now, some of the students still do not know, that if there is a rate cut in Federal Reserve, that means that the other of the Asian currency, it will appreciate. That means Malaysia ringgit will continue appreciate by next month. Can you understand that? All right. Then for the second one, main box stock, it is power up as the KLSE have already attracted the institutional funds. What does it mean, institutional funds? Some of you say that it is like the foreign investment. It is not only the foreign investment, but what we are doing right now, it is accepting, we say that, receiving the institutional funds. So is it good or bad? Can anyone tell me that? And for the third one, right now we are going to enter the phase 4. It is the institutional investor jointly control stocks. Last but not least, let's run towards our goal, the FII Global Linkage Trading. It will be daily limit up and also the IPO placement. Okay? So if any part of our discussion today, it is resonates with you, or if you find yourself any puzzled by any concept, do not hesitate to share your thoughts in the comment section, and I am here to interact and clarify the things for you. So now let's get ready to the global observation, and we explore this topic detail together. So just now, as we see that, why everyone is watching to US economic data? We come here. Why is the world paying attention to the data released by the United States? As so many days on it, maybe one of the students see that we are here for how many weeks? 11 weeks, 12 weeks, 13 weeks break. Why is the world always paying attention to release by the United States? What we say, Fed rate cuts, and also the GDP, and also what we say, also the non-farm payroll data, PCE. These are all. This insight, it is vital for anyone keen on the global economic dynamics, and it is making informed financial decisions. Is firstly, the United States, it is holding a significant position as one of the largest economies in the world. So the health of the US economy, it can greatly influence the global economic trends, and a robust US economy generally signals positive prospect globally due to the enhanced trade and the investment opportunities. So in the back, conversely, economic struggles in the US is also have the adverse effects to the worldwide. So what are the impact on the global financial markets? The financial market in US, they are intricately linked with the global market, and shift in the US stock market, bond market, or we say that currency values often quickly resonate across the international borders. So this interconnection means that, fluctuation in the US market can lead to the global market volatility, impacting the international investment and economic stability. So for instance, we see that if the US released the data indicating a strong job growth, it is suggests that a thriving economy and potentially leading to the higher stock price and a stronger dollar. This is what it means if it released the data with a strong job growth, employment rate, then it is suggests that a very thriving economy, potentially leading to a higher stock and also a higher dollar. So this kind of the scenario benefits to the global businesses that engage in trade with the US or depend on the economic climate. And also alternatively, reports on the economic downturns, like decrease of the consumer spending. There are less of the consumer they are willing to spend in US. It could depress the stock value and weaken the dollar because nobody will going to pay the bill. So it is negatively to impact the global markets. Can you understand that? Okay, good. So this monitoring US economic data is crucial not only for understanding the state of the American economy, but also for anticipating broader global economic shift. So this vigilance helps investors and financial analysts worldwide strategize more effectively and manage the risk in an interconnected economic landscape. So keep this in mind as we transition to our next discussion topic, okay? Alright, have a look here. The role of Federal Reserve. We delve into the crucial role of the Federal Reserve, and you can see that it is what is Federal Reserve? Yes, it is the central bank of the United States. As we repeated so many times, understanding the Fed influence is a key for anyone that involves in an economy and the financial activities globally. So, the Federal Reserve decision on interest rate and also the monetary policy, they have profound implications worldwide. Especially the interest rate changes in the US can affect everything from global loans and the credit condition to investment flows between the countries. So for instance, we see that if there is a rate hike, it can strengthen the US dollar and is making the dollar denominated assets more expensive and potentially showing the investment and emerging markets. So, and also by closely monitoring the US economic data, we can have a better anticipation in the Fed's action. This foresight helps in crafting informed investment strategy and managing financial risks. For example, we see that the strong economic growth and the inflation data, it might signal the upcoming rate increases, prompting investors to adjust their portfolio accordingly. And also furthermore, you can see that the US data, it is as a major player in the global trade and investment magnifies the impact of the economic policies. We say that trade agreement, tariffs, and also the international relation orchestrated by the US, it is influencing the global economic patterns and the investment climate. So the changes in this area, it can attract or deter the international capital, affecting the global markets and economies. You get that? So last but not least, we're talking about in a geopolitical consideration. The geopolitical dynamics also interact with the US economic data because economic announcement can spark the geopolitical discussion that affect to the global political and economic landscapes. For instance, we see that data indicating economic weakness, it might lead to debates over the US foreign policy and its economic implication in the worldwide. All right. So in summary, right now you can see that in Federal Reserve policy, which is combined with the US economic data, they are playing a very critical role in the shaping global finance and also economic condition. So as we continue to navigate through the complex global market, understanding these elements is like indispensable for seizing the opportunities and mitigating the risks. All right, so let's keep this insight in mind as we move forward to our discussion tonight. So there is a special topic discussion for today's news, which is the Malaysia's GDP surge in Q3 2024. All right, it is about Malaysia. Malaysia GDP. Okay, what is going on to Malaysia GDP Q2? Did anyone know that? In Q3. So it is a catalyst for the ringgit appreciation post-Fed rate cut. As we navigate through an ever-evolving economic landscape, there is a standout development has been Malaysia's impressive GDP growth in the third quarter of 2024. This surge not only signifies a robust recovery, but it also sets the stage for the potential financial strategy and also the investment opportunities. So how does this impact on the Malaysia GDP growth? Yes, sure thing that when the GDP is growing means that your country is stronger, right? So this significant uptick in the economic activity, it could reshape the investment landscape within and outside the Malaysia. So as what we see today, you can see that there is a lot of institutional funds coming in. KLSE have already attracted to the institutional funds. And also, for the second evidence, what we say just now, the Federal Reserve, right? The Federal Reserve, they are probably do the rate cut in September. So with the anticipated rate cut by the US Federal Reserve this September, There is a forecast report effect that could enhance the attractiveness of Malaysia assets, which means that lately it is in a very good condition, very good scenario. So for the potential ringgit, it is appreciated. All the analysts, they are pointing that towards a substantial appreciation in the ringgit in the later half of the year. This has presented a strategic window for forex traders and global investors to recalibrate their portfolios. So, considering on these of the developments, actually it is basically in a good news to Malaysia. But how do you think that this factor will interplay to affect in the Asian market? Share your views and discuss the potential shift in the investment strategy and the market dynamics, okay? So, before we go into the Asian market today, we have a look on the Dow Jones Index. What is going on? Can anyone tell me that? Yes, it is still in an upward trend, is it? So, we focus on the discussion on the Dow Jones Industrial Average, DJIA, from the technical perspective. So first thing, you can see that on the moving average, MA, the Dow is showing a signs of adjustment, with the support levels between 39,000 to 39,700 points. And if the short-term moving average cross above the long-term, it might indicate a very strong market trend. So for the MACD, actually you can see that the short-term resistance for the Dow is observed between 41,300 and 41,900 points. So this has already suggested that the Dow is in a consolidation phase in the medium term. Short-term traders can use the NA indicator to guide their trading decision during this period. So what is a very quick conclusion by today Dow Jones Index? You can see that the market recovery. The stock market has shown a V-shape of the recovery after an initial drop at the start of the month, with some of the sectors rebounding more vigorously than others. And also defensive sectors, as we say that utilities and also consumer staples, they have already surpassed their mid-July peaks, indicating that they are the biggest winner so far. And also in contrast, the cyclical sectors like tech and the consumer discriminationally remain that below their peaks from last month. So the imminent release of the US economic data, it is present a new challenges for the market. So right now you can see that what are the outlook for the future market. Actually, this market is in a sensitive phase. Even you can see that it is in a continuously upward, but awaiting the significant upcoming data. This situation has Wall Street bulls and bears on a high alert, which means it is in a red flag. Can you get that? It is in an alert. Why did we say that? Why we say that there is an alert? It is because, watching for any developments that might provide a trading opportunities. Expectation like that, we say that about the major US indices, the Dow, S&P 500, and also Nasdaq, they are expected to maintain a relatively stable trend. But the internal fluctuation due to the type of war between the bull and bears, they are anticipated. So, the advice for you, it is crucial to stay cautious and vigilant, keeping a close eye on the release of the further information and the market impact. Plan your investment portfolio wisely, diversify the risk, and adjust strategy based on the personal risk tolerance and investment goal to navigate the potential market volatility and the uncertainties effectively. So if you understand our analysis of the Dow, can you just reply a yes, or you are following with me what is going on to the DJIA today? Just reply a clear to me, or you have a question, you can just drop down a question in the comment section. Yes, good. Good to go. All right, very good. So after we talk about the US, we will have a look in the current economic situation in Asia. So as you can see that it is the South Korea and also the Japan, right? You can see that right now, we are talking about the Business Survey Index. What is the BSI? What are the BSI? Okay, actually I did put it here. BSI, which is the Business Survey Index. So it is scheduled for release in September, and this index measures the business sentiment among manufacturers in South Korea. For the market impact, there is a higher than expected BSI could boost the Korean stock market by signaling the strong industrial activity. But for the lower BSI, it will pressure the market due to perceived the economic weakness. And also what else to Japan? Japan, they are in their trade balance and import, and also export for July. Because these figures provide the crucial insights into Japan trade dynamics, affecting the assessment of the country economic health and the currency trends. But then you say that it is all, yes, it is adding to the currency. Do you still remember that? So the strong export growth, it could support the Japanese yen and the equity market, and conversely, weak export could have a negative impact, indicating a potential economic troubles. So how about the central bank? What are the central bank? Especially like we say that Bank of Korea and also Bank of Japan, BOJ, right? By this week, several Asian central banks, including Bank of Korea, Bank of Japan, they may announce a new monetary policy decision or provide updates. So this decision, they are critical as they directly influence local currency valuation and also the stock market movement. So what are the investor guidance? Right now, for the action items, the investor, you should pay a close attention to these central banks. We say that Bank of Korea and also Bank of Japan on their statement and decision. So how do you think the changes in these economic indicators might affect your investment decision? You might join the discussion below and share your views. All right, if you have no question, we will have a note to the Malaysian market today. What is going on today? Can anyone give me the answer? All right, even it is in an upward trend, but what is going on? The FTSE Bursa Malaysia Index, right now it is undergoing a period of adjustment. So the index have already found a support between 1606 and 1617 points. By the analyzing of the EMA, you can see that investors can discern overall market strength and adjust their investment strategy accordingly. So what is going on today? Yes, what I said, it is in a downward trend. So the upward pressure right now, the index have already faced a resistance between 1660 and 1668 points. It's currently in the golden cross scenario, and it is indicating a bullish market trend in the medium to long term, with the strengthening bullish momentum in the short term. So what is the conclusion to the market? We have a look right now. Okay. After a period of rise, you can see the global stock market, including Malaysia, they are all experiencing the adjustment or temporary pullbacks. This could be a result for investors cashing in all the profits, or they are cautious to approach to uncertain future market movement. Because it is too high, then investors, they might be panic. And we see that they will be cautious to approach because it is uncertain to the future market movement. So when the US stock fall, Asian market generally trend lower. As the part of global market, the performance of the Asian stock is often reflect to the international investor sentiment and also the regional economic outlook. So the Malaysian stock market demonstrates it might be going through a phase of profit taking, where the investors who have gained from the recent rise are now selling to the lock-in profits. So what are the overall market performance? Actually, right now the market is showing a balanced performance with the most constituent stock of the index trending lower a bit. So do not be worried, because this suggests that there's a lack of market leaders or hot sectors. And that indicates that the market is either searching for a new direction or awaiting the catalyst to drive the next movement. So what is the next? As I mentioned just now, what is going on? There is lack of, anyone, you are listening with me, you are still with me? There is lack of some of the hot sectors and market leaders. Lack of hot sectors, so that lack of hot sectors. So what will be the next? The Malaysian stock market, and we even say potential other Asian markets, it will likely continue to be influenced by the market sentiment, capital flows, and also global economic conditions. So the market might maintain its adjustment trend in the short term, and it is advisable for the investor to remain cautious and keep a close eye in further news. And also we say that policy changes and shift in the market sentiment. Investors should not initiate a new position in the short term, and you should focus on the global linkage in your trading strategy. So there is the opportunity to consider for the IPO placement target, which is the Malaysia IPO, 99 speed mark, and also the Steelhawk. And for the Taiwan 6739, 6830, and also for the Asia IPO subscription, which is 001-277, and also 688-710, Shanghai Innostar Biotech. So you are encouraged to maintain a cautious approach and adjust your portfolio according to your personal risk tolerance and investment goals. All right, watching for any of the significant changes in the market dynamic, please. Okay. So for today, FTSE Bursa Malaysia Index, this stuff and Hushinanea. Yes, good, understand, very good. If you don't have any question, then we will come to our strategic planning and the opportunity. Opportunity in business, in investment, or we say that in other fields, any of the fields, they are fleeting and require a sharp insight to capture the significant wealth growth. The essence of successful entrepreneurship and the investment is lying in ability to recognize and seize these opportunities swiftly, as they don't wait for anyone. Seizing an opportunity is not about acting hastily. Before deciding to take an opportunity, throughout the market research and the risk assessment, they are crucial to ensure that the opportunity is viable and aligns with the long-term goals. So this kind of preparation that is help to mitigate the risk associated with the new ventures or investment. So while the individual skill and insights are vital, I can say that luck and the right timing also play a critical role in seizing opportunities. This one, we can't admit for that, we can't say no, because sometimes, despite being well prepared, the external factors might cause missed opportunities. So thus, maintaining a positive attitude and patience, it is crucial in the wealth accumulation journey also. So right now, we are currently in the phase 3, targeting 170% return on the investment. But to achieve this, our mixed investment scheme is identifying efforts in high yield offering and private placement to expand the opportunities and maximize our profits. So we organize our trading around to concentrate the purchasing times to enhance the probability of the success for our participants. This kind of the method has been chosen because it significantly increases the chance of winning bids during the IPOs and the other limited type investment opportunities. So by today, I put the current offerings and the IPO targets here. You might have a look on here, and also how to increase your success in an IPO winning. As I always say that increase your bid, increase your timing, optimal in the timing, increase your capital, and also participate in the strategic offerings, right? As you proceed with carefully planned strategic phases, it is essential for all our participants to engage actively with the strong execution capabilities. Our collective effort and strategic foresight are aimed to achieving the substantial gains, benefiting all the involved parties. So let's remain diligent and proactive in our trading practice to maximize our investment returns. So for today, there is some of the tiered fee structure explained to you because I think for the first week or the second week, I have already put this chart. Can you all see that? So actually at our pension financial online class, we are proud to host many of the long-term strategic partners and some of you, the brokers. So each of the brand and partner that join our program, it is not only gain the recognition from the Malaysia public, but also enhance your brand value through our collaborative efforts. So this mutual benefit model extends that to how we generate the revenue, including the sponsorship from our branding advertising. And how our tiered fee system work? Okay, the choice for many in join our pension stem for our proven ability, it is to generate a return. You remember that? It is a 400% return in the total. We have tailored the investment strategy specifically to fit the Malaysian market and offering a balanced approach to risk and reward. So to provide the further security for our investment, we have implemented a tiered fee system that kicks in once participants achieve a 400% return on your principal. And this system is structured to benefit both of the investor and us, Pentium. Higher profits for the investment result in higher commission earnings for us. As we always say, win-win partnership is the cornerstone of our business model at the Pension Financial Online class. So can you understand this? Yes, it does make sense. It is affordable. Good, thanks. So, as we move into the exciting phase 4 of our strategy, we call for the unwavering collaboration among all our students. This phase isn't just about maximizing our benefits. It is about doubling the returns for everyone involved. Most importantly, this stage offers a profound learning experience in the professional stock control techniques. And during the phase 4, you will learn that how to dominate a stock's movement. It is from acquiring low-price chips through diverse trading tactics and precise the price control to creating the momentum to attract the retail investor. So we will cover how to navigate the regulation and legally execute for the full control over a stock, ensuring that every action is compliant yet strategic. So previously we have discussed the fundamental principle institution, followed when pushing the stock price and the technical signs evident during this movement. Moving forward on that, we will delve deeper into the indicators of the institution, unloading and what is signal to watch for these entities begin to sell your holdings. This knowledge is crucial for understanding the market dynamics and for making the informed decision in a high-stakes trading environment. So, the comprehensive learning journey is designed to equip you with the expertise to thrive in the financial market. And by the end of this phase, you not only have to achieve a significant financial growth, but will also acquire the skills that are essential for any serious investor looking to make an impact in the financial world. So, can you understand that? What is an institutional investor right now? And what are you going to join us in the phase 4, the jointly controlled stock? Can you understand that? All right, very good. If no question, then I'm going to teach you that what is the institution do before the unloading the stocks. So before the institution that can offload their holdings and secure the profits, they must go through several property steps. The success of the previous stages, like we say, accumulation, wash trading, and pushing up the prices, it depends on the final act of selling stock. Right. Just remember that for the previous class, I have teach you that how they do for the position building, absorb all the funds, and also wash the market. And do you still remember that what I say that? Washing dishwashing, do you still remember that? And how do they do for the dishwashing? How many types on that? Some of you, anyone still remember? Horizontal, yes. And very straightforward one, direct forward, dishwashing, good. So no matter how effectively they wash or leave the stock price, without the successful unloading, all the efforts are in vain. which means useless. So for a retail investor, the key to securing profit and avoiding being trapped at a high price, lies to understanding when and how the institution plan to unload. Here's what the institution typically do before unloading. First thing, we talk about market analysis. It's like in a wait and see. Do you remember what I have given you the example, like the ice cream? So first thing they will do is market analysis. All right. The institution, they extensively analyze the market condition to ensure that any of the environment is favorable for unloading. So this includes checking for the high trading volume and ensuring that there is enough market liquidity to absorb the shares without causing the significant price drop. Can you understand this? The high trading volumes, and they are going to ensure that there's enough market liquidity. Yes, market liquidity, this is what they have to conform to. All right, I give you here. Market liquidity. Okay, can understand, right? So they have to ensure that there's enough market liquidity to absorb the share, but without causing what? We say that significant drop. All right, then after the market analysis, what they are going to do? Yes, they're going to manipulate the price. Price manipulation. So before unloading, the institution, they might push the price slightly higher to attract more buyers. Okay, so which one is the stage of the manipulation? Can you tell me that? It is like A, B, C, or D? Where is the way is like a price manipulation? Actually, is here. Can you see that? They are trying to push a bit high. Okay, it is here. It is the way that they are push the price slightly higher to attract more buyers. So in this case, when you see that there are more buyers, it is often to achieve by creating a positive sentiment around the stock, possibly through the favorable news or release for the rumors. So after the price manipulation, for the third one, what they will do? Strategic timing. All right, let's put it here. Strategic timing. Okay, they are choosing the right time is very crucial because institutions, they might wait for a specific market or event set up condition. They are traditionally seen as a bullish to ensure the maximum of load efficiency, which means they will also seen as the bullish set up to their target prices to ensure that it is the maximum profit to them. Can you get that? So after they get the timing, yes, as you can see that it is the timing here. Where is the timing? All right, it is here. This is probably what they said here. Okay, give me a moment. All right, we say that here. After they do all this, what they are going to do in the next? After they push up the price, what is the next? Which is the gradual selling. To avoid the sudden market reaction, institutions typically to sell their holdings gradually. And this phase selling helps to maintain in the stock price while they have exceed their position. So you can imagine that actually a scenario when the institution have already heavily invested in a technical stock. Before unloading, they might release some of the positive news about a new product or a big contract, so which would drive up the stock price, and simply they will start to selling in a small portion of their stake to avoid a drastic price movement, ensuring that they exit with the maximum profits. So can you get that? So in this case, when you are seeing that you are the retail investor, the scenario on that the institution they are heavily invest, you can see that there is a lot of greed more than okay. This is the way they are trying to avoid the SC. Can you get that? So before unloading, they might release the positive news about the new product or some of the big contract, which means it is very good in the technical and we say the technology stocks, that it is driving up the stock price, then they will start to selling of their stake to avoid the drastic price movement, and they can get in a maximized profit. So it is good for you to understand that we can have a look on the key times for unloading. As we say that for the second one, it is the timing. Right, as we say that it is the timing. How do you know that it is a timing? Okay, how did the institutional investor know that it is the key times for unloading? So, institutions that carefully select the optimal time to unload the maximized return and minimize impact on the stock price. These two most common things have already chosen by, first thing, during the positive news release, when there is a good news. You see that? During the institution leverage the flurry of positive news to offload their shares, retail investors often drive by the hype, ending up buying the shares, and it is allowing the institution to exit in the peak price. So what is the good time they are going to selling? Okay, give me a moment. What is the good timing, key timing for selling? First thing, when there is a good news in the stock market. They are going to give out the positive news, and after all, they will offload their shares. Okay, so far for this, can you understand? For the first one, when there's a good news. Okay, very good, can understand. And for the second one, what is mean to the good timing? Very key timing on that. Okay, pay attention. For the second one is when the index is strong. What does it mean when the index is strong? It is similar to when the market is strong. Okay, I put another word. When the market is strong. Okay, this is preferred time for many institutions because a bullish market means that high investment sentiment and also a greater willingness among the retail investor to buy at a higher price. So institutions that might artificially inflate the stock prices during this time only to sell before just the market peaks. So these are all the good timing on that. Okay, for this, when there is a good news, they will start to sell. Or we see that when the market is getting strong and strong, the price is getting higher and higher. This is the preferred type for many institutions because means that the high investment sentiment and also a greater willingness among the retail investor. Some of the retail investors, okay, they are willing to buy in. They are all buying in. Then they will just sell the stock before the market peaks. Maybe in here, they have already stopped it. So you can consider the institution ready to unsell the share of the major automotive company if a significant positive announcement, like a breakthrough in the EV technology, is made. The institution might use this news to start selling the shares. And if the oil market is in bullish, perhaps due to the strong economic indicators or other positive news market, that the environment will be even more favorable for unloading. So this strategy highlights that the complexity of the institutional trading and the underscore of importance for our retail investor to understand this dynamic to make the informed decision. So can you understand that? Okay, good to go. Very good. So what are the early signs of the institutional unloading? Before we know that, okay, they are going to choose for the timing. You know that they will going to choose the timing that after all they will going to unload, which means they will sell out. What are the signs of the institutional start to unload? How did we know? How did we know as an investor, as a retail investor, okay, like me and you, as a retail investor? How should we get this early sign of the institutional unloading? Okay, so have a look on that. First thing, the sign before institutional selling out. To avoid being trapped at the high stock prices, retail investor, you need to recognize early signals that institutions are starting to unload their holdings. So here are some key indicators to watch for. Please pay attention to that. First thing, the price target achievement. Okay, this is number 3. Give me a moment. I'll go back here. Alright, good. So for the first one, as we say that for the first point, the stock price target has been reached. But how did we know that? Okay, the institution that often set a specific price target during their speculative phases. So when these targets are reached, it is a common practice for them to start distributing their holdings according to their planned exit strategy. Maybe I give you an example, like if an institution they aim for the stock price of $50, okay, it is like maybe $10, right? But they're into $50. Okay, this is what they aim. They're going to make profit at $50, and the stock hit the price following a positive earning report of the sector news. This might trigger the institution to selling. So you can see that it is nearly to a 50, but it is only a 49.48. Okay, is it near to their target price? Yes, it is. So this may trigger the institutional selling. And the retail investor, you should be wary if the stock stall of that struggle to push higher despite reaching the target, as it could indicate that the institution are starting to unload. So what does it mean for the second one? We see that, okay, it is like lack of the response to the positive triggers. If a stock, it doesn't rise as expected despite the favorable fundamentals, technical setups or the news, it may indicate that the institutional selling is absorbing all the buying interest. Alright, what does it mean? Okay, give me a moment, I'll highlight it. When the stock price have already reached out the predetermined target. Okay, it is the sign before the institutional they are selling out. You can I'll give you an example. It is like a tech stock. Okay, you can imagine that a tech stock, it is received a great quarterly result and the industry positive news, but it is failed to rise up, especially when you see the good news, but you see that the stock price, it is going down. Then what is it happening? It might suggest that while the retail investors are buying, but the institutional, they are selling into the trend. So keeping the price from rising, which means maybe it is not going down, but it is in a consolidation phase. Okay? Because some of the retail investor, it is buying. Okay, when you get the good news, it is buying. But for the institutional investor, they are trying to sell it out. So this is the reason that it will make the stock price keeping the price from the rising. Can you get out that? Okay, so we give another 3 signs before the institutional selling. For the third one, you can see that, okay, increase in the positive news, but no corresponding in a price increase. It is like similar to number 2, but what are difference? I'll let you know. The stock price does not rise, okay, when it should rise. It should rise. This is the third one. The institution, they might use a flurry of the positive news to mask their selling activities. If there is a lot of good news, but the stock price isn't reflecting this, it could mean that the institution, they are using the opportunity to unload the shares without causing a panic. So we see that if also the tech stock, okay, they announce that they have a breakthrough, a high-profile drug trial, yet the stock price remains stagnant, or it is only make some of the minimal gains. This could be a sign that the institutional selling is countering the buying pressure. So can you get that differences? Okay, all right. Is that some of the person just joining us right now? All right, it is okay so far as you are joining us. We can continue that, okay? For the fourth one, what are the signs before the institution selling? There are more and more good news, okay? We are not talking about like a very normal one, but it is like too much. It is like the high volume without the price increase, okay? It is a bit too much. A significant increase in the trading volume, okay? We say that it is like too much should typically lead to the price increase. So if the volume spikes, but the price does not move up or even drops, this divergence, it might suggest that the institution, they are selling in a large quantities without enough buying pressure to sustain a higher prices. So you can see that the stock price does not rise despite to a large volume. It is the another one, last one, okay? You can imagine that if a consumer goods company see a sudden spike in trading volume, the trading volume is a lot in this stock market following a positive industry report. But the stock price does not increase or decrease, it is in a consolidation phase. It indicates that the potential of the institutional selling. Can you get that? So what you have to watch for, you as a retail investor, you should be cautious when you observe the sign, especially if the stock breaks the low key support levels after such the indicators become apparent. Even if the trading volumes are not exceptionally high, any of the consistent lack of the positive price response in such a scenario should be taken as a red flag to consider a selling position to protect gains or minimize the loss. So can you understand that for these 5 signals on it? Isn't it the stock price targeted? And also the predetermined target? And what we say, and also it does not rise when it should rise. Especially we say that there is a lot of good news, but the stock price does not rise despite even there is a very large volume. Okay, you can understand that? Alright, very good. So as we transition into our crucial phase 4 of our strategy, I hope you all have a very better understanding, very clear understanding of institutional investor jointly control stock in our phase 4. Because its precision in every step is crucial to meet our ambitious goal of a 400% of the profit plan. So I am personally stepping up to leverage my industry insight and extensive the network to select the partners that align with our philosophy and demonstrate the formidable strength. So I plan to conduct in-depth meeting with the executives of the listed company to gain the direct insight into their strategic direction and the financial health, which will help fine-tune our trading strategy. And this partnership will also aid in understanding market reaction and managing the potential volatility, ensuring the smooth execution of our plans. So, recognizing the era of information, we will engage closely with the media to enhance visibility and credibility for our operation. Strategic media collaboration, they are planned to foster a positive market environment conducive to our stock manipulation activities, helping to maintain a solid market presence and investor confidence. So in our phase 4, my complete focus will be on orchestrating precise operation with the strategic partners, corporate executive, and the media to ensure the successful realization of our profit targets and strengthen our market position. So, last but not least, it is the last of the reminder on our upcoming meetup event, our 6th Pension Financial Summit. Okay, this grand meetup planned for 2024, it is designed to fuse wisdom and opportunity. And it's tailored specifically for those striving for excellence, because Pension extends a warm invitation to join this offline event, promising a comprehensive luxury experience. So you might expect on the elite network opportunities. You may engage with the industry leaders across with the various sectors, including technology, finance, healthcare, and also education, to expand your professional network. They are some of our underwriters also. And for the second one, we say that you will have the insight from some of the investment leaders, because you can learn from the leading figures in the investment world who will illuminate your investment path with the cutting-edge concept and also the practical experiences. Also, we have the media coverage. In the collaboration with renowned financial media, your achievement and story in the rich area of the corner of the globe, celebrating the major milestone of our pension. Last but not least, you have seen some of the celebrity participation. Engage in the insightful discussion with some of the top CEOs and founders about innovation and market trends to spark the new ideas and inspire our future strategy. So, to ensure a seamless experience, Pension has arranged for the round-trip tickets and a luxurious accommodation for the attendees, funded by the robust profit from our AI fund. The limited seating the venue means that the early registration is crucial. So the conclusion is the Pantene 2024 Student Meetup is not just an event, but it is a pivotal moment to broaden your horizon and lay a solid foundation for the future success. We are dedicated to providing a memorable experience that will enrich your journey with the valuable insight and connection. So please don't miss out. Join us as we embark on this exciting new chapter in investment excellence with Pantene. Alright, since you all don't have any question, it is 8:54 right now. Thank you so much for all of you participating in the Pantene Ventures Institutional Member Advanced Enjoyment Service. As we complete today's session, please proceed our assistant to collect your course note, especially what we talked about today, the signal before the institutional selling, 5 of the signals, and also when we say that, what are the key timing for the institutional selling, when there is a positive news, when the market is in a strong trend, right? If you still have any question on that, you might reach out to us, okay? Tomorrow we will embark on a new adventure with the daily living up and also the IPO placement, accessible to everyone. So this will be managed with under the Pantene Ventures Institutional Member Advanced Enjoyment Service for the priority allocation of the shares. Let's chase our dreams and targets together in the SII Global Link transaction. So what are the upcoming IPO to have a look? I've already put it in this table. If the Malaysia 99 Speedmark and also Steelhawk. And for the Taiwan 6739 6830. And also for the China Asia 001277 and also 688710 Shanghai InnoStar Biotech. So thank you so much for all our student fans for participation. Pantene has been a leader in the private market investing for over 40 years, celebrated for our innovative strategy in secondaries, co-investment, and direct customer solution. We are dedicated to not resting on laurels. Instead, we continually aim to evolve, learn, and progress. As we embrace in 21st century global economic landscape, Pantene expertly navigates the trend to achieve our ambitious 400% of the profit target. So if you appreciate the way we interact and you have gained something valuable tonight, please contact our assistant to schedule the next session. And I eagerly anticipate to seeing you again to publicly share our continued financial growth and success. I am Jago. I'll be looking forward to your success. Have a good night, sweet dreams, and probably if time doesn't permit, we might not meet on this Sunday. So I'm here to wishing you all have a happy Friday tomorrow. Goodbye.